Philippine President Rodrigo Duterte has been known for encouraging vigilante justice against those who either abuse or traffic drugs. Well, now he has shifted his focus not only to drugs, but also to tobacco, which is legal in the Philippines, but he wants to make it increasingly difficult for individuals to smoke it in public. In fact, it is now banned in public. So his executive order outlaws the use of tobacco and electronic cigarettes in all public spaces, including pavements. So if you're in the Philippines and you vape, too bad, you can only do it in the privacy of your own home. You can't do it near kids, you can't do it in public, and you certainly cannot advertise the product to kids, or else you face some penalties. In fact, violators face a maximum 4-month prison sentence or a fine of $100. Now, if you think $100 is not that big of a deal, why this weird disparity in possible punishments? Keep in mind that the average salary in the Philippines is about $400 a month. So a $100 fine is pretty devastating. Also, over 1/4 of the population smokes, including 11% of minors. So it is a problem in the Philippines. And to be quite honest with you, when you consider all the crazy things Duterte has done, this isn't nearly the craziest. But here's the problem. He again is encouraging vigilantes, okay? He's calling on civilians to join a smoke-free task force to help apprehend and charge violators.
Look, if all you get is 4 months in prison, you'd be lucky under Duterte. Because with his war on drugs, already 7,000 people have been killed. And 2,700 are the police claim responsibility for. Like, yeah, we killed those people, right? In the cold blood in the streets, right? And 3,200 were killed by vigilantes. So when Duterte asked for vigilantes, watch out, okay? But it kind of reminded me of Dave Chappelle's skit on Bill Cosby. So, you know, what Duterte does is he kills, but if he got people to stop smoking, he would save. He kills, but he saves. He kills more than he saves, but he saves.
Yeah, well, what's interesting is in the reporting of this, the reporters keep mentioning how difficult it's gonna be to enforce this.
Right.
Because so many people smoke, including 11% of minors. I don't know, I feel like with Duterte in power, and he's very draconian in a lot of ways, he'll find ways to enforce it, including getting civilians to join the fight, which, you know, his strategy is questionable.
Yeah, I mean, what is the strategy? To imprison the entire country? Like you can't, you know, like you can't deputize ordinary citizens to do this kind of work. And also, it doesn't curb, you know, smoking. It pushes it inside of the home, which is also problematic, right? Because now people are just going to be smoking inside of private spaces, which is not great. Expand treatment programs, you know, like if that's really the focus, then, you know, criminalizing drug use is not the way. And also you're gonna have a mass incarceration issue.
Yeah, I mean, they have a mass incarceration issue as it is. They have overcrowded prisons. In fact, they have, since it's so crowded, they have people, you know, housed in like stairways and stuff. I'm exaggerating, but you know what I'm saying. It's not like conventional jail cells now because there's so many people in those prisons.
Yeah, no, it's fire hazards, and it's way overcrowded in the prisons. So look, and we're not saying that the vigilantes are empowered to murder people smoking in the sidewalk, but they're supposed to turn them in. So now it becomes a police state where you're turning everybody in. Yes, the more thoughtful way would be to do a marketing and education program, which we did here in America. And by the way, it worked great. And we lowered the number of people smoking tremendously through that marketing program in America. But Duterte is not a sophisticated dude. And when he first came in, he said about his war on drugs, he said, get the body bags ready. Because and if you're in the funeral business or the morgue business, I'm gonna make you a lot of money.
Yeah, well, a lot of people draw parallels to Trump and Duterte because of the fact that they both say crazy things, and then once they get criticized for it, either they or their cronies will defend them by saying, well, you can't take everything they say seriously, right? So Duterte will say, oh, you know, when I was the mayor, I was killing all sorts of people, right? Extrajudicial killings, and then he gets criticized for it, and he's like, no, I mean, don't take everything I say seriously.
Yeah, except that he said, get the body bags ready, and there's 7,000 people dead in the streets. So if you're in the Philippines, be careful about smoking. Young Turks now has over 6 billion lifetime views. You know who did that? You did that.
We're now larger than CNN, ABC, you name a news network online, we're larger than them. And you built all that as everyone scoffed and didn't believe. And here we are, guys, thanks to you. Build independent media together with us at tytnetwork.com/join.